Student will be learning next is our mensuration lesson 1 area that is half yearly syllabus. One of the lesson of the half yearly syllabus of the quadrilateral is left, that is a construction part of it. Construction part, it could have been a classroom teaching because it is more demonstrative work. Anyhow, we'll do it at last after finishing this area. So let us learn about area. Area, you know what is the meaning of area. The space occupied of a closed figure is called area. The boundary is called as perimeter, and the space inside of a plane figure is called area. That is what you know. There are some geometrical plane figures whose area you must know. Those figures are triangle, rectangle, square, parallelogram, rhombus, circle, trapezium, and all these things. So we will learn slowly. For a triangle, first we will take triangle, and for triangle, there are 3 formula for area. You must memorize all these formulae I am teaching you. 3 formulae for triangles are there. First is half into base into height. A triangle whose base and altitude given, height is given, altitude means height. For a right angle triangle, always the height is given because one of the side is 90 degree. For a right angle triangle, of course, if you know any of the 2 sides, third side you can take out by Pythagoras theorem. What is Pythagoras theorem? Hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus perpendicular square. So hypotenuse is the opposite side of a right angle triangle, opposite of the 90 degree angle, that is right angle, and that side is called hypotenuse. Other 2 sides where the sides are meeting 90 degree, there one of the side is as a base and another side is a perpendicular. No, in this case AB is the base and AC is the perpendicular. For a right angle triangle, base into half into base into height will be the formula for area, but not necessarily the right angle triangle only. A triangle whose base is given, on that base side is given. In this case, see ABCD is a triangle, and in this case AB and CD given, you can find it out. If BC is given, on BC the perpendicular line from point vertex A has to be there. That length also you should know. So if you know this, then half into base into height is the first formula of area of a triangle. Again, another formula for area of a triangle, the second one is root over of S into S minus A into S minus B into S minus C. In this case, S is the semi-perimeter. Perimeter of a triangle is what? Sum of the side, 3 sides, no? If side A measures A, side B's measurement is called as B, and side C's measurement is called as C, then sum of ABC by 2 will be S. Okay, suppose ABCD is a triangle. AB is measured 5 centimeter. That means small a is equal to 5 centimeter. BC measures 8 centimeter. So small b is equal to 8 centimeter. AC measures 7 centimeter. The small c is equal to 7 centimeter. So semi-perimeter will be 5 plus 8 plus 7 divided by 2. Okay. Then the A is stands for again 5. Here it will be 7. Here it will be 8. In this case, if, as I said you the example, this is Heron's theorem. You can say this is the Heron's theorem actually. Now another formula, the third formula to find out the area of a triangle is root 3 by 4 side square. This is for equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle, as you all have, all the 3 sides are equal. If you know any of the side, root 3 by 4, if you multiply with the square value of the sign, you will find. If the side, in this case, AB is equal to BC is equal to CA, if you know AB or BC 5 centimeter, any of the side 5 centimeter, 5 into 5, 25, root 3 by 4, 4 into 25, whatever the unit is given, square unit of that. Area's unit always will be the square unit of the measurement given to you. Now move on to area of a rectangle, which is very simple, and you have learnt in a previous standard, length into breadth. See, in this case ABCD is a rectangle. You know the adjacent sides are perpendicular to each other. AB is perpendicular to DA, or AB is perpendicular to BC. Similarly, all the sides are adjacent sides are perpendicular. If you know base and height, length and breadth, that means length will be the largest side and breadth will be the smallest side. Okay, that will be the area of a rectangle. You know it. Now area of a square will be what? Again another quadrilateral whose adjacent sides are perpendicular to each other. That means AB and DA is perpendicular 90 degree. So in this case, now if you know the height, if you know one of the side, if you know AB or BC or CD or DA, then that into that square unit will be its formula. That you all have done it in previous standard. Moving on to area of a parallelogram, which you haven't done it, so you remember it. Base into height is the area of a parallelogram formula. Formula of area of a parallelogram is base into height. See, this ABCD is a parallelogram. AB, here once you know AB, and once you know on this side the height, that is G, if DE is perpendicular on AB, the D will be the height. So AB and D, if you know that product of these two will be the area of a parallelogram. Parallelogram any of the side, and on that side a altitude from the opposite vertex of the parallelogram it is drawn. Those two measurement you can find out the area of a parallelogram. Moving on to area of a rhombus. See, I have said you in my previous classes video that rhombus is basically a parallelogram. All the properties of parallelogram lies in rhombus. So, and therefore rhombus is a parallelogram. So rhombus area formula is base into height. First formula is base into height, AB and D, as I have said to you in a previous quadrilateral, that is parallelogram. Now second formula of area of a rhombus is half into product of the diagonal, which is very, very important. See, I have ABCD, I have taken this one. If you know a rhombus, both the diagonals, that you multiply both the diagonal product and then make it half, that will be the area of a rhombus, that particular rhombus ABCD. So in this case, if you know the measurement of AC, as I have said to you previously, that one of the diagonal will be larger in size than the other one. The diagonal passing through the acute angle will be larger in size, and then the diagonal passing through the obtuse angle. So in this case AC will be larger. Once you know the measurement of AC and BD, that product by 2 will be its area. So half into product of the diagonal for rhombus. Moving on to area of a circle, which is very, very simple. Pi r square, 22/7 is the value of pi. Pi means a constant value. Pi is the perfect example of an irrational number, because 22/7, if you do the division, the remainder will never become 0, and it will not form a recurring decimal digit also. It will continue with a undesired pattern, all the digits in the decimal places. It is approximately as 3.14, 22/7 or 3.14, and r is the radius. If you want to find out the radius if you want to find out the area of a circle, you must know the radius or the diameter. Radius means half of the diameter. Once you know the diameter means make it half, you will find the radius, that will be the area of the circle. Semicircle is the half region of a circle, that therefore the area of a semicircle will be half pi r square. Okay, now area of a trapezium, which is very, very important to you. Half into sum of the parallel side into height. Try to understand sum of the parallel side. In trapezium, a quadrilateral whose one pair of the side is parallel. One opposite sides will be parallel. One pair of the opposite sides will be parallel. In this case, AB is parallel to CD. And DA and BC both are non-parallel or oblique side. This is called trapezium. In this case, you must know the length of AB and CD. And you should know the distance between AB and CD. The parallel side distance you should know. Distance means perpendicular. Parallel side from any of the vertex, it should fall perpendicular to the this one. Then or any of the point from the parallel side, the distance between these two parallel side, and that is called height. And the sum of the parallel side, you should know the measurement of this thing. If you find out the sum, and then you multiply that one with the height, then half of it will be. So area of a trapezium will be half of the sum of the parallel side into height. Half into sum of the parallel side into height. Go through in your book also, the formula is given. Go through the video once again, try to understand. Then I will cover all this thing in your some of the exercise of your from your book only. Then you will understand better.